Hello, Cecil. Your crest looks strange with the wind blowing in it. I'm not making the wind blow, trust me. Say hi, Linda. Cecil, can you say hi, Linda? I know you can say hi. I know you can say hi. Pip, 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 pippa. Lorelai, what you doing back there, little girl? Stay away from the snowball. Yeah? What do you say? What are you saying, Pip? Pip. Pip, pip, pip. Hey, Pip. What's up, you silly girl? Climbed all the way over here, huh? What are you doing, Cecil? Cecil, bird. Cecil. Yep. I know, Cecil. Get Bob from a distance. He doesn't like to be videoed. Guys are so quiet. Sugar, are you having fun? Shug bird. Sugar. It's a sugar. Come here, you little protester. This one's been protesting leaving the sanctuary. These are all sanctuary birds. We have 13 birds here, all damaged. All have some degree of feather destructive behavior, from extreme mutilators to ones that just pick a little bit. You can't tell that by looking at them because they've all been treated as well as... Yeah, well, don't walk on her back. What do you expect, silly? No, it doesn't actually rain in California. That's an illusion. Nobody thinks it rains here, but apparently it's going to rain next week. You guys would probably call it a drizzle. We call it rain. Anytime something moist falls from the sky. Yeah, Sugar right there. She was just a mess when we got her. Most of her feathers were gone. She was mutilating too. Now she's just a happy girl. Aren't you, Sugar? She says, I'm going to preen. I'm going to ignore you. Later on, she'll come down and get next to me, though. Yeah, we've got Salamander, who has a twisted pelvis. You had swallowed a lead fishing weight before we got her and had to have it removed surgically. So she's a little touched. Don't chew my leg, please. Thank you, Cecil. I know you're only trying to get the scar off of it, but... She's already been sprinkled just a little bit this time. I gotta keep her away from Snowball. She's at that tender age, aren't you, Lorelai? And Bob's going through a prolapse. He's been sewn up 3 times now. Not much tone left there. He's going to have the major surgery next time or the time after, probably. Then he'll only last another maybe 6 years after that. You're a big pest. I don't want to lose you, you big pest. You big pest. Babaloo. You're monstrous too. Scare all the people. All the newbies are afraid of you. Oh, he's gonna eat me. Yeah. It's more likely he'll eat your peanut butter. But he put on a good show. Snowball, I see you sneaking. No sneaking. They're better. Yeah. He's on a tiny bit of medicine, just a little bit, and it seems to be working. This one, I caught him, Cecil. I caught him chewing on one of his feathers. And I've got him on, it's just, I mean, we're talking 0.01. I may have to actually mix it and dilute it because he reacts pretty strongly to haloperidol. Who, him? No, he's not nuts. He's just a good boy. He just wants to stay out here in the sanctuary. He does not want to go in the aviary. He does not want to go back into the building. He just would rather stay out here all the time. I think that's why he's starting it. Well, that's the cue that begins the behavior. The behavior is because of those breeders who are more interested in money than they are in raising a bird properly. Obviously, the bird should be raised by its parents. In a large aviary, you know, maybe 40 by 15 foot, something like that. No, I don't think Bob's nuts, no. He's typical of his species. He's pretty busy, aren't you, Bob? Hey, Pippa. Could get crowded, Karen. I don't know how. We might get 2 people in here, but somebody would have to be in the drop zone. I actually had to remove a couple of ropes. I had one over here. Let's see, I have to turn this camera around. I had a rope right there, and Bob kept getting on it, and I know he was getting back here for something, because whenever I would tell him not to do something or whatever, he'd get up on there and he'd poop on me, and that's just not normal. I mean, he knows not to do that, so he was making a statement of some kind. Maybe he's been around mammals too long. What do you think? You a little cold? You want to come sit on my chest? You can come up here to sit if you want. It's warmer up here. This one, Lucy, she's got feather destructive behavior, but we didn't get her until it was too late for some of the feathers. They're not coming back on her chest. But well, you can cuddle with this one. This one is getting better, but for a long time she could not tolerate being around female humans. I think it's because she was abandoned by a woman, but we don't know. We'll never know exactly why, but she's much better about it now. She hasn't scared anybody in a while. Have you, Pippa? But no, they're all pretty cuddly. I hear those acorn woodpeckers up in that pine tree. They're just chattering at each other. You nosedive out of that tree. It's pretty cool. They'll come straight down to get an acorn off the old tree and then head back up. And they just dive down. They're also good for telling us when there's a hawk in the area, although these guys pick them up at a great distance generally. What are you doing down there, Pip? Why is your tail up in the air? Because Cecil's around? I'll do it. Good girl, Lorelei. You're being a good girl. That's a good girl. I know it's not easy for you, kid. Oh, step right up to the chow bar there, Bob. Babaloo. Yeah, well, persistence pays out. It took what, 2.5 years with this one? Didn't it, Sugar? Took a long time. Wiggle the tail. Yeah, you have to tell me. Wiggle that tail. 2.5 years. That one hated wearing collars, and the first thing you have to do when they're mutilating is get a collar on them to stop the mutilation. Then you have to find out what they really like to eat and make sure they're getting enough food. Then you've got to get enough medicine into them. And her problem is that she's highly tolerant of it. So finally got enough medicine into her, and she stopped tearing out her feathers and got the collar off of her. And boy, the day I got that collar off of her, like it was the 13th collar. So don't get the idea that she just had one collar. I got the collar off of her, and she immediately started just like preening all the little feathers that were bothering her out, and she hasn't plucked since. She did have problems with her follicles. They were all oval and pinched, and one doctor in town, Dr. Lattis, who was also trained by Dr. Jenkins, he suggested like mega doses of the anti-inflammatory that we all use, Metacam, and she got 0.41 of the dog strength stuff. She got it for 21 days, twice a day, and all of her feathers stopped coming in filled with blood. It worked. He said he'd seen it work before. It didn't always work. But it used to be that every feather she had was at least half filled with blood, so if she broke a feather, then she'd nearly bleed to death. Oh, you do you, Peaches? Now, why would you love me, Peaches? How do I remember all their names? That's got to be the easiest thing in the world. They're all distinct personalities. They're all different. We have personal relationships. Right, Coco? Like Coco's parents, they showed up. They're supposed to be here on a Sunday, and they showed up on Saturday. Yeah, Karen, like that. They showed up on Saturday, and they wanted to check it out when I wasn't aware that they were going to be there. And it's funny because they made me promise that at that time we were still doing rescue too. So made me promise that I would never sell, never rehome her, adopt her out. Shortly after that, we stopped doing it because unfortunately people refused to learn. They didn't want to take classes. They just wanted to get the birds, and they were trying to, what most of them were trying to do, and I'm not saying that's what all people try to do, but what most of them were trying to do was actually get a bird cheap. That was the whole gig. They were just trying to get a bird cheap. Now, obviously, they don't know these guys because anything that has a voice that's 125 decibels that can repeat that sound for 4 hours without getting a sore throat. The one that's been the longest with me is Chloe. Chloe, right there. She's 38 years old, and the couple that had her said they were going to get rid of her that weekend, and one way or another, they were going to do it. Oh, they all care about me for different reasons, right, Bob? Right, Bob? Bob had been rehomed 8 times in the first 11 years of his life. And it scarred him pretty bad. I mean, he didn't trust people at all. I looked like I was being tattooed the first 2 weeks I had him. I had bites all over me. Then I figured out what it was that was upsetting him, and which was basically that they had him at an animal hospital, and they would walk by his cage on the way to go get a dog and walk the dog. So he learned 2 things. One was to bark like a dog, and the other one was if you want to stay out of your cage while you're cleaning it, because that's the only time you ever get out of your cage, you learn to lunge and pretend to bite. So eventually he did actually started nipping at people. But he doesn't do that now, do you, Bob? He's a little less friendly with other birds, except in the aviary. Out here, they're all pretty good. Hey, watch what you're doing back there, Snowball. Watch what you're doing. Now, I will let Cecil preen Lorelei. Yeah, he's got the most photogenic personality. Hi, Bob. Are you going to start dancing? You should see him dance to Elvis Presley. That's one heck of a dancer there. Hi, Bob. Hi, Bob. Babaloo, babaloo, baba, babaloo. Bob, 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 bob. Bob, 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 bob. Bob's a good boy, yeah. Kisses, Babaloo. Kisses. 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 You okay there, Coco? Yeah, Babaloo, I know. He won't be with us too much longer because of his prolapse, but what's sad is that Dr. Jenkins said that most people, when they find out what's going on, they just say it'll put them down, rather than go through the multiple surgeries and pay the big bucks for that final surgery that lasts about 3 years, where they actually tie the insides up into the rib cage. But we'll keep Bob with us as long as we can, won't we, Bob? Once he fully prolapses and we can't get it back in, then he's got to be put down, because that's no way to live. Yeah, he is. Well, so is Cecil, but right now Cecil's more into, like, hanging out, playing with Lorelei. And okay, is that you, Lorelei? Who we got here? Oh, it's Lorelei. Hi, Lorelei. Hi, Lorelei. Oh, Woody Woodpecker's at it again up there. You hear him hammering on that tree. What you doing, Lorelei? Hi, Lorelei. Snowball, he's off in the corner. Right, Lorelei? Right, Lorelei? Right, go. Snowball's way back there in the corner. Cecil bird. Becca's not here, Bob. That was one of his friends at the place that tried to rehome him for 11 years. Babaloo. Oh, I should know. It's Sugar. She's over here to get sugared, aren't you? Sugar gets sugared. Yes, you do. Yeah, this is our little mutilator. Right? Are you the mutilator? She goes, not anymore. Not anymore. I saw a message, but it vanished before I looked at the screen. So whoever wrote will have to repeat that. I can't look back at older messages on this. Bob, come on. Calm down, baby. Yeah, I saw a message pop up, but I didn't get to see it in time, so they only stay up for about 10 seconds. Babaloo! Come on now. Come on, Bob. Come on. Oh, Bob's going cockatoo. Bob. Uh-oh, now we got two buggers. Beautiful and demanding. Pet me, pet me. I want my beak pet. I want my beak pet. I want my beak pet. Pet my beak. Pet my beak. Pet me. Pet me, pet me. Right, Sugar? Right, Sugar bird. Bob, you're going to get the dog started. Come on. Bob. No. Babaloo. Hey, get yourself under control. Bob. Bob. Babaloo. Bob. If you want a shower, get up on the side of the cage and I'll give you a shower. He likes to get squirted, so no barking. Bob, no barking. Babaloo. Stop it. Cut it out. Obviously you see something. It's probably a hawk at a far distance, but it's not your alarm call. That's your silly call. I'm sorry, did I stop petting you? Yes, I stopped petting the girl. Can't stop petting her. Can't stop petting the sugar bird. Yeah, no, mustn't stop petting the sugar bird. Hi, sugary bird. Hi, how are you? How's my girl? What a big beak you have. How much better to eat me? She goes, no, I don't do that. I don't eat people. Babaloo. Hey. Bob, stop. Stop it now. Stop. Are you sure? Oh, you're welcome, Barbara. I'm surprised he stopped because I have the squirt gun out and I only use that in here because there's no way. I'm covered in birds. I can't stop birds from mating or trying to get Bob to stop. He may continue barking though, and just because he he knows that if he barks he can get wet. He likes to get wet. Don't you? Well, Bob, my hand's going numb, so I'm going to have to say goodbye. Thanks for watching, and thanks, Cheryl. My hand's getting tired of holding this, though. I don't have a tripod in here, so I will. Oh yeah, you can tell. I know it. On each bird, it's a little different for each one of them, though. They have their own language, so. Have a great day, folks. We're out of here.